A TikToker at Natalia Taught You revealed her theory that broke men love BBLs. And it's kind of crazy, but this is what the TikToker had to say. I'm going to pull it up for you guys right now.
Socioeconomic class actually have to do with the type of man that is attracted to your body and why? Let's figure it out. You have the wealthy class, right? And they typically tend to be attracted to more slender bodies, a physique, a nicer physique, right? The reason they're like that is for a couple of reasons. Number one, a lot of their reputation is on the line. Who they're married to, how that person is moving, how that significant other is, how outside people view them. Everything comes with reputation when it comes to being that wealthy, okay? So essentially, they understand the power more of who their significant other is and how they represent them. Literally. Then, of course, we get to the biological factors like a woman with a nice physique and she's skinny. You can actually see the structuring of that, the natural way her body would fall in clothes, etc., right? And it also signals youth to men. We hear it preached all day, every damn day, right? And actually, this one's gonna be hard to accept because when you have a more voluptuous body, it's more overtly sexual. Okay, so basically, the man doesn't really get the privilege of like the classy look or like you act this way publicly, but he knows you in a different way privately. Like that line kind of gets blurred, and it's not anything that somebody who's naturally built like that has like done wrong. It's more so other men can visualize you in a more sexual way a lot easier than they can with somebody that has a petite body. All right, and that's gonna move us over to poor. When it comes to this type of man, you know how there's like being hood rich, right? Let's make it that. So essentially, because this person doesn't have much to show, they're gonna make what they do show gaudy. And so essentially, because that thing is gaudy, it's right in front of your face. You can't ignore it, you can't whatever, right? So essentially that translates to the type of woman that they are attracted to also has more of that upfront in your face, you can't ignore it type of sexuality. All right? Because essentially as they escort you around places socially, all that other stuff, it's a huge signal to someone else. Look who I am fucking right now. Look who I have access to right now. Just like easy to see. And the last reason that the poor man tends to be attracted to a more voluptuous, overtly sexual body. One, he's not doing much else with his free time when he's outside of work. That's the only way he's making money. That's not tends to be the only way he's applying himself. So basically, with his free time, he's gonna want to have sex. Bam. Okay. Second reason, the woman is doing very much like domestic work in the home, right? That's a strong contribution of hers because he can't afford any type of assistance, even when it comes down to like eating out a certain amount, etc. So for her, when he sees her outside of that, there's not much that that woman is expected to offer him as far as like uplifting him or moving him to another level. They are in survival mode, literally. I want you to understand that, okay? So because they are in survival mode, the woman basically is offering sex and domestic work to him, okay? So essentially, the more sexual she looks, the more appealing.
How do you guys feel about what at Natalia Taught You had to say? I don't like to hear it. Like, I don't like to hear that a thicker body, a woman with a BBL is overtly sexual. I just don't like to hear it. But I don't know. I'm sure her theory is backed up by something. It's no secret that the wealthy class and people that are not typically frequenting urban areas love a slender aesthetic, that's usually what they go for, the Pilates girlies, all that. And then poor men, poor communities, we do typically like flashy things, which is kind of what she was leading to, like flashy, gaudy things. So that means that everything that we do have, I'm like including myself. I'm like, I mean, in this instance, I'm definitely more poor than rich. So shit, I'm standing with the poor folk. But yes, like we tend to appreciate like the things that we do have, like the little bit that we do have, we want to show that off because it's not much. So it makes sense that for a man, a lot of times for a man, a woman is part of the things that add to their value. It's their jewelry, the things they own, and the woman that they have on their arm. So if you're gonna have a woman and you want to prove yourself in your community, you want to show that you got the baddest one. And right now, the aesthetic in urban poor communities is a curvy shape. So yeah, you're gonna send your girl to DR to get that $7,000 BBL, and that's what you're gonna like. So the reason this TikToker is sharing this theory is because she's telling women, like, if you want to get a BBL and these surgeries, just know that you may be attracting poor men, which is not always true, because obviously there's rappers that love the BBL girlies. But a lot of those rappers are like hood rich, you know? And then maybe some are really rich, but a lot of times it's new money. It's not long-term investments. It's not a lot of assets. It's new money. It's this cash that they just got from a show that's constantly going in and out. It's something to think about. I don't think women should dictate what we do with our bodies based off of the men that it'll attract, but we know that anything you wear, anything you say, anything you outwardly present about yourself is going to be judged by other people, and people choose to move around you according to how you present yourself. It's the reason why women do so many things. It's the reason why we do makeup, why we do our hair extensions. It literally changes the places and the spaces that we can thrive in. So yeah, that's the reason why people in exotic clubs, maybe an exotic club in a urban community, you'll get the big ass, you'll get the big titties, because that's what's going to make you thrive there. That's what's going to catch the attention of the scammers, the trappers, the rappers, the people in that environment. But if you want a more upscale, maybe a man that travels a lot to European countries, he gonna want that flat ass. He gonna want that skinny girl with the flat ass and the nice, maybe overly done big titties. Maybe that's their vibe. Damn, at Natalia taught you. Like, you hurt my feelings, not gonna lie. But I don't think I'm included in this BBL gang, but I'm definitely a curvy girl. I haven't gotten a BBL, just to put that out there. But I do think your body shape, even if it is natural, like something that you didn't get surgery for, it does affect the men that are attracted to you. It's an unfortunate truth, ladies.